Hey guys, welcome back to Jamie Plays Zelda. We've made it to Season 3.
Finally.
Is seasons the right term?
Sure.
Okay, so all the games in the series. This was there was some thought about what we were going to play, what were you going to play next? And we decided on Link's Awakening.
We did.
So tell me, before you even play this, what do you know about Link's Awakening?
Nothing.
You didn't know anything?
No.
There was no stories from your childhood about this one?
Wasn't even aware of it in my childhood.
Okay, when did you know that this game
I
existed?
had a Game Boy, too. I just... right over my head.
When did you hear about this game?
Probably in the last 5 years when I started really collecting video games.
Okay, so you don't know anything about
Nope.
this game. Did you do any research before?
Nope.
So you don't know any... Okay.
Going in clean.
All right. First handheld game. They took a little risks with this one.
Well, not really. I played Ocarina on my 3DS. So.
Okay. Oh, yeah. So you start the game. There's that little intro scene of you on your boat. You get struck by lightning.
Yep.
And you land on an island with a giant egg. You wake up, and what are your first impressions when you wake up?
Sleeping again. He's always sleeping.
This is the third game you've
I don't
played.
even care if you're in a coma. Still technically sleeping.
So you're 3 for 3 with games waking up.
He's just a lazy bastard.
You get a character who wakes up and he's like, hey, here's your shield. And he's supposed to resemble Mario.
He does.
Okay, you did pick up on
I
that.
kind of thought he was speaking in that stereotypical Mario accent.
So you're like reading his text with like an Italian plumber?
Kinda.
Okay,
I was.
or
And not at
pizza
first,
guy.
but then they put a few apostrophes, and I'm like, okay.
So you start off in the world, and you have no sword. You
Nope.
just have a shield. And do you just go wandering at this point?
I don't think you have much of a choice.
Yeah, like what did you do?
I think I hit the library first.
Did you read all 8 books?
I read all the books. I did realize, I made a note. Apparently you need a magnifying glass to read the dark book.
Oh,
So,
wow.
We'll see.
You know
I don't know.
That's good that you know that.
I did, however, see a damn book on top of the book. I went, no. No. If I have to go back to that stupid library and run headfirst into the bookshelf to get that book down.
Uh-oh. Is this post-traumatic stress here?
Yes. It's the dumbest. I can't reach it.
I can't imagine it took you that long to find your sword.
Well, no, you can only go in about 7 or 8 squares of the map. I mean,
Right.
You're pretty blocked in because there's the little plants and there's the spiky dudes on the beach. You can't go anywhere.
Right.
You need a sword, so you just kind of go down and. So you get the sword, and then obviously that opens up more of the map because you can kill the plants and you can kill the spiky dudes and
You meet the owl.
Yes, the owl tells you to go to the mysterious fortress.
Yeah.
No, fortress?
Forest. Not much of a...
Don't go. I'm sure there's a fortress later on. Forest.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. He always says hoot hoot.
Hoot hoot?
Yeah.
Oh, he is an owl.
Did you go back to the town now that you had your sword? You haven't done anything in the town.
Oh, I did. Once I got the sword, I jumped down into that hole next to the 2 kids playing ball and got the heart piece.
Oh, okay.
That's the only thing I've done in the town.
Okay. All right. So you got some stuff to do in the town. All right. So you venture off into the woods.
Yes.
Or the forest, I should say. Did you ever get stuck at this point? Did you ever get stuck in any part before the first dungeon?
The part of the forest, I don't know if it's bigger than what you have access to at the beginning, but it's not that big.
No.
It's
only like 8
handful,
screens or something.
it's like a handful of screens, and so you just you hit a couple screens a few times. You're like, all right, I've done everything, and then you get the mushroom. Got the mushroom, and then I had already visited the witch at that point and made a note that she likes mushrooms.
Okay.
1 + 1 = go back to witch, give her the mushroom, and then she gives you the magic powder, which...
Uh-oh.
Well, no, because she goes, why don't you try it out while you're here? And I'm like, okay, clearly there's something in here. There's nothing.
The torches?
Oh, for God's sake.
Did you not put them on the torch?
No, I'm like, I put it on her, I put it on her cat or whatever her familiar is, and
Yeah.
I wasted 9. Man, I'm like, So like maybe it wasn't close enough to her because I was like,
no.
Put it in her pot to see if it like exploded. Nothing. So I was down to 11 at that point. I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna waste all 20.
Okay. Did you go outside and start using it on bushes?
The only enemy I didn't put it on bushes to see if my heart thing works from Link to the Past. But the only one I put it on is the green electric guy, and he just goes, blah, 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 and he just that's it. So yay for magic powder once again.
Did you die in the forest?
I think I died, just because I'm not patient. So the guys that there's guys that come at you at weird angles, and it's just like I'm hacking over here and they're coming at this angle, and sometimes you just don't connect, and then you just
Okay.
stab, and then you're dead.
Death count is 1 then?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
And it was a dumb death. Like I could, bring out my shield and be. I mean, I don't have time for that.
Did you know what you had to do at this point once you got the magic powder?
No, and that was the weird thing. Like I had gone through the forest, and kind of made sure I'd done it all, hit all the squares on the map, and then did the mushroom. And all of a sudden there's a dude in the forest. Like he was not there before.
He was, yeah. Maybe you never went to that screen. Did you know what to do? Does he tell you? I don't remember how informative he is.
If he didn't tell, it was like my first instinct was to throw magic powder on him. I mean, I don't even think he does anything. He just says, I'm going to take a rest.
Yeah, and he's like, oh, I'll change the forest back to normal or something like that.
I don't even know if he said that.
It's something like the forest is now it's no longer out of whack.
Okay.
So you can
I
go
don't remember that. I just remember him going, so I'm going to go sit over here and take a nap. Okay.
So you get the treasure chest, and it's the tail key. Had you gone to the dungeon outside the dungeon
Yes.
before? And you're like, oh.
Well, I had already, done the beach and, went everywhere I could and made a note that I need a key to get into this place. So obviously I knew exactly where to go. And
Okay.
that is the first dungeon.
What are your thoughts on Tail Cave?
It's pretty small.
Yes.
I mean, obviously, of the two games we've played, things started out this big, then got this big, and now we're down to this big. Yeah.
Well, literally, too, at the screen
Yeah.
size, too. Most of the dungeon, it's pretty wide open to you, actually. There's not that there's that many directions to go, but
Yeah, I mean, it's just like a Link to the Past dungeon, but
Yeah.
just much smaller. So you can, I mean, you kind of map out where you can go, and there are things that you can't do, and you get a key, you open up a door, you bep, bep, bep.
yeah.
So it did not take me very long.
You got the stone beak.
Yes, and then I don't remember actually doing anything with the stone beak.
Throughout the dungeon, there's like these owl statues that are against the
Right.
wall, and without the stone beak, you can't examine them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
and sometimes it tells you things.
Right, okay.
Nothing of great importance, I don't think, in this one, but in later dungeons, it tells you things that you need to know. Otherwise, you won't be able to.
I didn't even put two and two together. Like, I
Oh.
thought those were just the things like from Link to the Past where Saganaki or whatever the heck his name was talking to you through the thing.
Oh, the tile.
There's like the little intercom where you can like, hello, and then he gives you advice. I didn't even think about it. Didn't know that the beak was connected to it.
Yeah.
Okay.
The owl is talking to you telepathically by putting a beak into the statue. I think that's how it works.
Okay.
There's a few of those like side-scrolling areas, and we saw some Goombas.
Yeah, what? Why are there Goombas down there? So weird. Can you jump on the Goombas?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I didn't even. You would think my first instinct would be to jump on a Goomba, but I just.
Yeah. Well, you do, because you immediately get the dungeon item. Remember what it's called?
Feather? Owl feather?
Rock's feather.
Rock's feather. So close.
I don't know what rock means.
A rock is a mythical bird.
Oh. You fight the dungeon boss. You want to guess what his name is?
Wait, got the mini
Or
boss.
sorry, the dungeon mini boss. Yeah.
Do I want to know what his name is?
Yeah.
I don't even know.
So
Can't even guess.
it's a Rolling Bones.
That's his name?
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Fitting.
Did he give you any trouble at all?
No.
Okay.
his spiky log of death doesn't roll very fast.
No, and you
No.
just leap right over.
I think I got hit once, and I was angry at myself.
Now, the dungeon boss, did this give you any post-traumatic stress?
Yes, because I actually did fall down.
Only once?
Only once.
What did you think of that underground area when you fell down?
It was a little weird for a Zelda game.
There's like skulls,
There's like,
people getting hung.
skeletons of old dead people that have been hanging from the ceiling for God knows how long.
These are all Moldorm's victims. Did he give you too much trouble? Like, did you fall down multiple times? Or?
No, just once.
Okay. I don't think this one's as bad as the A Link to the Past one.
No, because this dude, like the second time I went in after I climbed back up, I literally just sat in the doorway, and when he came by, I just poked him. He hit me once.
Oh.
Yeah, he goes, and then goes right by you. Go boop right in the tail, and he goes away, and he comes back. Boop. You don't
Okay.
even have to move.
As sort of like an intro or first dungeon. What'd you think of
I'd say it's pretty easy.
it? Easy. Okay.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah. I love this
No
dungeon.
deaths for a dungeon for me? Come on.
This is is this the first dungeon you've beaten without dying?
Probably not, but it's unusual.
So you get your first instrument of the siren, I think it's called. Instrument of
The
the siren.
cello.
Full
Full moon cello.
Yeah, and it plays a little nice
Maybe.
tune. I wanted to ask you about there's some iconic music in the early part of this game, but I know. Do you feel
I couldn't even tell you what the music sounds like.
okay?
And I purposely, when I started, cranked up my Game Boy.
Okay, there's no. Do you have any complaints about the music this time?
I literally zero opinion. It
Okay.
made absolutely no impression on me.
So that's better than the Super Nintendo. Than
No,
Link to the
I
Past.
liked the Super Nintendo music.
You were complaining about the audio.
It would just be better on the Genesis.
Okay, so this would be better in the Game Gear then.
I don't know. Maybe.
So overall, what would you say? What are your initial thoughts now? How long did you play? Was it about like an hour?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. What are your initial thoughts?
I mean, it's good. I don't dislike. Oh, actually,
Uh-oh.
I was gonna say I don't dislike anything yet, but the text. The text.
Oh no.
Why?
Like slow.
Why? And every time you bump into something you can't lift, it's like, I'm sorry, you can't lift this yet with your bare. It's like, okay, if I was clicking on stuff and it was doing that, fine. I'm running into things and it's like multiple screens. Yes, I know, I can't pick it up. Yes, I know. And I would run into the same thing like 3 times in a row. And, oh my god. And they don't like give you the option at the beginning of the menu screen where you can like speed up the dial.
Yep.
Why?
You know what? I'm gonna agree with you. This is a clear problem. And you know what? Unfortunately, I don't think it's gonna get better. In fact, I think you're gonna think the text is worse.
Oh, it can't get. I mean, like I've been annoyed with 15-word sentences because it's like two pages because of the screen is this big.
The screen is this big. The
It's
text
like-
is this big.
It's 7 words on a screen, so they're like, oh my god. Like you can't even hold the button down to make it go fast like every
Okay.
other game on the planet.
I love that this is the #1 problem with the game.
Oh, it is by far.
By far, not even
has to be.
close.
It
Okay.
has to be.
All right.
I fully expect this game to be great and for me to hate the dialogue.
I don't know if any like game reviewer in 1993 said this game is like an absolute marvel,
Oh.
except for the
I'll
text.
bet there's somebody. Because even back then, that was, come on. You knew better than that even back then. I'm
Okay,
sorry.
so there you go.
Yeah.
Jamie's initial reactions.
Good.
The text is slow.
As long as you don't have to talk to anybody or have anything explained to you.
Okay. All right. Well, that's going to do it for this one. I think we'll go. Not sure what we'll do with the pacing, but for now, let's just go through the next dungeon. Because the world does open up a little bit. And I know you're going to do some exploring.
Okay.
But we'll see how it goes. So thanks for watching, guys. Tune in next time for some more Jamie Plays Zelda. Hey, guys. Welcome back to Season 3.
Season 3, we're back.
of Link.
Sammy Sosa.
Hold on. What? All right, let's start over.